game notes, you'd see a lot of, in the team's home run totals, there's big variance as far as road homers and home homers. I always talk to guys last year, this year. A lot of people say, the park here in Lakewood, First Energy Park, is pitcher friendly. Just talk about that and maybe advantages for the pitchers and maybe disadvantages for the home hitters.
It is pitcher friendly here. In the two ballparks we were in weren't so pitcher friendly. But with that said, the balls they hit in those ballparks would have been out here. I think they just get juiced up a little bit more excited to swing in those ballparks that are more giving to hitters. They get more excited about being in those ballparks. With that said, here, then they got to get more base hits. They got to drive the ball the other way. They got to stay up the middle. And for the most part, we've done that. But it's those times when you're not that it really sticks out.
There was a tie on the road last game of a series. You guys ended up a game that was 2-2, rain delay late in extra innings. Pretty unique situation. Just comments from you on that one?
Well, we should have won that game early, if I remember right. But even as we left the ballpark, after they called the game, the rain wasn't letting up. We'd have been there all night and had to go to West Virginia. So I think they did the right thing, and I hope that's a game that doesn't come back to bite the Greenvilles and the Ashevilles. I don't know if you take the day off, but Krupa, the league president, made it official a tie. So it is what it is.
Sure. Julio Rodriguez is back with the team. Just talk about his presence and what that might mean for the team as the season winds down and the playoffs are approaching.
Well, what it might mean either he goes into the rotation as well as he's been doing, and perhaps his eye maybe goes back to the pen with more confidence. Something that we're looking for at the back end there, with Lugo and the other guys, because he's done nothing but impress us, at any, long relief start, and he's done very well. I'm very impressed with him.
Since Trevor May's been back past few starts, he seems to have gotten himself together. Would you agree with that he's gotten himself corrected, and would you think that maybe he's ready to move back upward or just ride out the season here in Lakewood?
I think he could ride it out here, but he's certainly matured a little bit from what I've seen when he first got here. His stuff's gotten better. He's got more command of his pitches, and I'd like to see him stay here for selfish reasons. But if they need to take him somewhere else, then so be it.
The one last thing for you, Joe Esposito was called on to move upward into Clearwater to take a vacated spot from Austin Hyatt. Just any thoughts or ideas or knowledge on what could fill the spot here on Lakewood's roster? And could it possibly be a guy that I've asked you about before, Eric Pettis?
Well, we have 13 pitchers already,
okay.
So I don't know if there's a spot to be filled.
All right, then.
But I could see, I think there is some sentiment towards Pettis maybe coming up here if Williamsport happens to fall out of the race. There's some sentiment to him coming here even if they don't fall out of the race, because I guess he's that good. So yeah, there might be some movement in that area. As far as Esposito goes, he's an older guy. He has to, we got him. They need an older guy to fill in up there, so there he goes. It's not really a good spot for a younger guy this late in the season, like a Colvin or a Shreve or Pettibone to do that, or his eye. Maybe May would have been a good choice, but he's, you got to remember he didn't end up in a good way there. So whatever success he's having now, you'd like him to build on it, and then next year's a whole new year.